If people get
It's
killed, they
spells.
get killed. Not our fault. Well, it is our fault, but we don't care.
The military destroys planets, the people don't, but the people more than likely vote or support this due to propaganda or even just like background knowledge of what the hell is going on.
It's war. People die.
Yeah. Casualties are
We
casualties.
need to win.
You have to deal with them.
If we want to keep our own people alive, we kill them.
I just
Well,
imagine you're sleep talking.
We want to disable the shipyards at least, and meltdown is
We
possible.
need to disable the shipyards.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Everyone here?
Yeah, I think so.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are we doing here?
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
What time of day is it?
How long have you stayed
9?
here? Like,
I need sleep.
Yeah.
Well,
This is probably falling asleep.
I'm staying here no matter what. I need sleep.
we don't know what we negotiated for, so we have to find out what the deal is with the criminal guy.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I say we just leave Elijah resting there.
Don't leave me
Maybe
by
one.
myself.
I can't
Okay.
leave.
I volunteer to stay
I
here.
can't leave the
Well, we're
Marion-
not
the
leaving.
Marion's
We're not
out
leaving. We're
upstairs
just
with
gonna
me
find. We're just gonna find the douche that we made the deal with to discuss what the hell
We
we,
were
actually
right
made
there.
a deal with about.
Yeah, he's probably still in the room with us, mustache.
Is he? Is he, Liam?
Yeah.
You probably brought us here.
Well, he did. He let us into the room and then.
It hasn't even been more than a
Hasn't
minute yet,
said
mustache. He's
anything.
probably still with us.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
Okay.
Or
Well,
he's
then,
just
let's
left, so
get-
you can duck out and grab him. One or the other.
Let's get
Yeah.
chatting.
I'm going to him and ask him how much we need to pay for stay for a couple hours.
He says, well, it depends. How long are you staying?
One of our members needs a bit of rest, then we should probably be leaving. Probably no more than 6 hours.
He like looks you up and down and says, "Well, the way I see it, you're in the wrong part of town, wearing the wrong uniforms. I don't see you've got many other options."
Actually, no. The uniforms have been disguised to look like.
I don't think we ever actually did that.
Did we
Yeah,
not
no.
do that?
No.
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 Okay.
I think for the most part we said it was pointless.
That's
because
why.
the
That's why
military
we've
people
been,
would see us.
so busy trying to avoid people.
Right.
Yeah. So while he's actually discussing this, do you still have like your earpiece in,
Yeah.
Vincent? Yeah. Okay. Well, since I haven't actually changed out of my armor and whatnot, I just sort of. True. Yeah, I mute my suit's speakers and I just talk to you through the headset. And I go, blackmail him, blackmail him. We have guns. Guns solve problems.
Here you go.
Oh god.
Well, so like I came back to him. So what did it cost us?
I'll give you
Five.
200 credits to let me sleep.
200. No. Thousand credits. 6 hours.
More or less, about there.
I don't got 1,000 credits.
You're sleeping.
Okay.
I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, I'll give you 200, and then we don't threaten you, basically.
He smiles. He says, "You ain't in a position
We
to
may be in
negotiate that
we
sort
may
of
be in
terms."
the wrong part of time, but you're in a room alone with 6 people with guns. I'm sorry, but I need to sleep. I'll give you 200, and we all get away fine.
He says,
You're 200 credits richer. I've got 6 hours of sleep.
Like actually, the way I see it, we are better armed than you. So
Yeah. So at this time, I would definitely get closer to the guy, and I would go, let's analyze the situation. We have military-grade assault suits. We have significantly better weaponry.
suddenly he robbed
We
us.
know where all of this is, and we could potentially release an anonymous message to the whatever the fuck this planet calls police forces.
I point out on private comms he could do the exact same to us.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
obviously.
the thing with that is he has an operation here. We can move. He can't.
Yeah. So.
Like, we will pay you, but not that much.
Want to roll persuade, maybe?
Yeah, roll, persuade, or intimidate.
It's only
Yeah,
Is
it's
there
not
even an?
persuade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would
there's
persuade
only
with like
mustache
strength
has
or
a-
persuade with charisma.
So me as the
Charisma.
main one, Mustache has the assistant.
Whoever.
And charisma bonus.
Okay,
got a
there you go.
I've got a persuade -1, but I've got a strength bonus.
Straight's charisma, Mustache, not strength.
He said strength or
He said
charisma.
strength or charisma.
Either to intimidate.
I'll let you two roll then.
Mustache try and assist me, basically. And then I'll
Yeah,
roll.
sure.
Alright, go for it.
So. Strength.
No.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
Guy just totally shrugs off everything I said.
More. How
Okay,
do
I'm
you
done.
keep rolling?
Yep. Nah, yeah, he'll accept the 200 credits.
Mustache, I think there's something wrong with your rolling. Just try a few rolls.
Okay, I'll try a few rolls.
Double ones. How?
I do
That's the second double one.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah,
No,
no,
he just
nothing.
doesn't. There's nothing wrong with his rolls, dude.
All right, there's
Well,
there's
we
that
lost
here.
again.
I do a
120.
skill.
Don't
Okay.
even don't bother, because you'll use your good rolls.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I just burned out my only good roll for the
yeah,
day, so.
yeah, he kind of backs down. He says,
I'll
"Alright,
give you 200 credits.
alright, fine, 200 credits."
Good. So I guess I'll hand over the money.
Yeah, I do that. I've done it already. I've took 200 credits off myself. I just
Alright.
paid for it all.
Are the rest of you gonna go and scout the city while me, Mary, and Elijah stay here?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Try and find a vehicle for us so we don't have to stay here.
None of us can drive.
Also, you got 6 hours
Yeah.
to do it.
But
Yeah, one of you
Oh,
can
you got-
drive. And Aaron can drive.
Eh,
Plus, you can all drive.
good point. None
So-
of us can combat drive.
we would swap out of our exosuits, correct? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah.
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 I'm just in my combat gear, but I have removed my like my combat uniform actually doesn't have any markings on it anyway.
Okay. Well, I've got my Hispanic tourist disguise, and I'm bringing along my mono blade.
The best disguise ever.
Yes.
I
Nah,
it's
best
Speaking
my-
of which,
Japanese
Liam,
tourists.
what's a planet that speaks Spanish, man? Come on.
One of them.
Just throw a name at me.
Your home
I can
planet.
write it down.
I'm just
What's your
trying to find
Before
a name
they-
that sounds.
Before they leave, I give my metal tool to Aaron just so he can break into a car and hotwire it.
I'm fairly sure I have a medical anyway.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
do.
you basically have.
Oh, I
I've got
don't
one
do
as
that.
well.
What was it that you said, Liam?
I don't know, man. Choose a planet that hasn't already taken by a
Alright.
PC.
Alright, I'll choose. Handout time.
Just choose your home planet.
My home planet's listed as Natasha. Because I didn't think of anything else at the time.
That's not important right now anyway.
Well, yeah, I know. Like, we can still continue while I hunt down
Hmm.
suitable.
You're a tutorial from the Spanish planet somewhere.
So
I
should
mean,
first
obviously all
priority-
of the enemies are Hispanic.
So should first priority be getting a vehicle, or should it be scouting out?
Vehicle. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter either way.
Because I'm thinking if we go to the shipyard, we might be able to get a larger vehicle there.
Hmm.
It will also be tracked a lot easier though, because it will be
That is true.
a government vehicle.
Just
We could
taken,
try
right?
and find a way under the wall, like pipes or something.
We've only got 6 hours.
Let's head to the reactor first. So who's going? Me, Andrew, and Aaron.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
I'm coming along.
Okay then. I guess we head out then, heading towards reactor or the shipyards. What do you guys say?
Oh, let's do reactor.
Yeah.
Remember to get a car.
So,
Yeah.
Liam, we head towards reactor.
You guys head out.
Is Guaman taken? Because that sounds suspect.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Nope.
Alright.
I'd dig it.
Bam. Guaman now speaks Spanish.
So we're all disguised in like generic civilian clothing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my heavy jacket with like 2 revolvers and like the sides of it.
I've got like my monoblade slipped away sort of awkwardly in my pants, and I'm also just carrying around a small book that it on the outside it looks like a translation book, like Spanish to English, but on the inside it's just totally blank.
What So, how are you getting there?
For now, we're just gonna walk there, I guess, unless we want to actually find
Unless
a
we
car.
can.
Unless Mustache is receiving incoming transmissions.
Yeah, I'm getting something from BB, guys. Oh, he slash she slash is sending down a transport. Don't worry, we've got stuff. Yep. Oh, just there it is, grav tank. Oh man, fully armed. Oh, and it's got a mounted vortex cannon.
Shut up,
This is
Mustache.
great, guys.
Okay. So you guys are just walking there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have anything else.
All right. It'll
I
take us.
mean, walk unless we can like find a
I'm-
car that we think we can just jack.
Are there any
That's about it.
bicycles?
I mean, you're in a shitty neighborhood. There are some pretty beat up cars around here.
What about bicycles?
But we need a big vehicle, like a van.
Yeah, we
or
need
truck
like a
or something.
van that we can hide people in.
Okay. Somebody make a luck check.
Who's got the best luck? I've got a
I
9.
have 14.
I got 12.
Okay, so it is
Nope.
success. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Oh, what? Oh, that's fucking totally.
Roll,
You
Mustache.
failed.
Okay, let's ignore Mustache's roll.
I'm,
He was looking around blankly, trying to
I'm
see.
gonna,
if he
take
could buy.
whatever roll came first. So.
So yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can't see any vehicles that would fit your billing.
Do we happen to find a bicycle though? multiple
They're all
bicycles.
like that. You find like one. It's like missing its fucking front wheel.
For shame.
Wait, the success doesn't get anything, really?
I'm going from the first
Yeah.
roll.
The 16 is first, isn't it?
No, they're on my screen. I've got there.
And mine, it shows I'm first.
Yeah, the first.
My roll is first.
Andrew's is first on mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn it, Mustache.
I had the better luck save, man. That's
I
why
have
I
14.
rolled. I have 9.
Isn't 14 better?
No,
No.
it's better.
No,
No.
lower's better.
God
The
damn it.
lower it is, the better it is.
This game's
Higher
stupid.
chance you can actually get above it.
So yeah, you guys head down, walk along the street. You see like there is quite a few like military patrols that you pass. And like police and stuff. Like it seems to be pretty active. Yeah,
Can
you
I
guys.
actually hook into the local like network at all with the comm network?
Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine it's probably not too difficult.
I'm just listening to the police chatter, see what they're saying, if they're like looking for us at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you put up like a
Aaron,
website.
where would we be right now?
You're probably like heading. I don't know. You're following the roads, just going straight to the reactor.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. Do I hear anything over the police chatter?
Yeah, like you hear they're like chatting about a like abandoned vehicle that was found.
So they still haven't found the guy tied to a wall yet.
No, there's no reports of that.
Still got a bit of time. You might have a car.
We should have stolen his car.
And then we go back and we check, and it's like, damn, he had a bicycle.
We're not getting bicycles, Mustache. Why do you want a bicycle? Seriously.
Because I'm a Hispanic tourist, I need a bicycle.
God damn it.
I'm rolling with a stereotype.
But-
yeah.
Yeah, we just head to the reactor then. Like as long as they don't notice anything
As
strange
close
over
as
the
we
police
can
chatter.
without like going in, and they're like, "You can't come in here."
Yeah, no, you
They obviously just give guided tours of the reactor.
Like we don't actually go in the reactor. We're just hanging out outside the area, seeing what we can see from the outside. I probably
We're loitering.
Would I have taken the drone with us, whatever it's called?
I have one, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you get to a spot where like you head out and then you get to kind of the district around the reactor. It looks like kind of like workers' housing and stuff like that.
It's all
People who work
it's like
there.
a large fenced off area, probably.
Yeah, and it just looks like any nuclear reactor, just like a massive power plant.
Just Springfield.
Yeah.
Mm.
so
Did
are
we
there any
identify
guards
if the
that we
fence
can
is
see?
electrified?
You don't think so?
We have a drone with us, mustache. It's sending around a scout for us. Well,
Take a look.
It's not really going to tell us if the fence is electrified unless it finds like a generator.
It'll tell us if they're a guard and maybe what the patterns are, though.
Yeah.
An electrified fence would have a warning. Safety regulations, man.
Probably. Yeah.
Unless this is just like a, hey, don't come here, you're going to get fucked up by police area. Just one note.
Even those have electrified warnings.
yeah. Especially those have electrified warnings.
Yeah, you see like you see like security guards and stuff patrolling the perimeter and
How armed is he?
he doesn't look like amazingly armed. They're just carrying like kind of like SMGs, I guess, slung over their shoulders. They're not wearing like any heavy armor. They have a little bit, but it's nothing like military grade.
Yeah. Just like generic police vest or something.
Yeah, kind of just cover
So
up
we could
vest.
probably like rush our way in if we need to and just overpower them.
Yeah, that's you reckon from what you've seen, that's probably a sound assessment.
And he sees that security guard like inside the fence
Yeah,
area?
he's just like patrolling around the like inside.
Did Aaron release his drone, or is he still just standing there?
I'm gonna wait till we can like go to some place where they just can't like see us, and I'm just like fiddling around with it. Probably like for
Just set
Yeah,
down a space laptop.
Find a nearby park or something.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a small like civic park around that you can go.
It's the
Yeah,
public
just
park
set
next to
up
the
right
reactor,
over.
because why not?
right next door.
Yep. With his children playing.
It's probably like a few blocks away.
There's a river going through the park, and it also happens to be the same river that they dump just the toxic waste into.
Sounds right.
Dead on.
Yep. There's loads of biohazard signs and stuff all around the river.
Exactly.
Mustache, you're an idiot. It's the same.
But yeah, so what are you guys doing? No, like so you're setting up a drone?
Using the drone, scouting out from above to see if how many guards there are roughly right now.
Okay, yeah, you spot like 4 guards patrolling around. There's like 2 standing by the main gate, and then 2 others who are just doing rounds.
Does the drone have like infrared vision or anything, or is it just generic camera?
Let's have a look. So it's the spy eye you're using?
Yeah, spy eye.
Because if it has infrared, we might be able to see slightly of like the outside buildings and stuff. You know, probably helpful.
No, I don't think it does. I think it's just standard.
Yeah.
So how many buildings are there roughly, like inside the compound?
There's a bunch, but it all looks to be like related to the actual power plant. Like there's no, there's maybe like 1 office, 2 office buildings maybe, but the rest of it's all like.
What
stuff.
is the tallest building near this reactor?
Probably the reactor itself.
Whether it be aside from the reactor, like whether it be inside or outside of the fenced area.
There's probably like a apartment block or something. Nearby.
Okay.
Like, is it like with the actual reactor itself? Like, how big is it, and is there any like people actually directly guarding that itself?
Yeah, like so the actual it looks like they're not just like leaving it open. It does look decently protected. The guards all look like switched on. Though you can only see 4 of them, from the general impression the place is giving, you'd reckon there's probably, more
A
inside.
small like force and a large force in there. It's like
Yeah, not huge, but like enough. It looks like it's somebody cares about it.
we could use the drone and fly over and just drop a grenade down the chute.
Because that'll do a lot.
And like, any kind of explosion reactor would be a bad thing, mustache.
Well, obviously, but I mean, the goal is to not blow up the entire city with us in it.
Details.
So right now, I think we should either hit the shipyard or just continue looking for a vehicle, because I think we've done all we can out of the reactor.
Or just like try to find and like get an unguarded area of the reactor nearby. Like, is there anything in the general area that's like that has low security around it?
Like vehicles or.
Like no, just like of the reactor itself.
There's nothing like inside of the, like actual, like there's nothing inside of the actual complex that seems more or less protected than anything else.
Okay, so it's all just like watched generically. Okay, then I guess we go find a vehicle and head over to yeah.
So you just head off towards the
shipyards.
Yep. Okay. So you go find a
Try to find
vehicle.
another vehicle along the way.
So how you what are you looking for vehicle wise?
Standard.
Same thing as before. Maybe a Land Rover.
Alright.
Something with a bicycle.
Alright, so yeah, you find a like a truck or something like that. Delivery truck.
Them
So-
delivery trucks, matey.
Just stealing it.
The best way to travel.
As you
Is
look
there
for.
anybody watching us right now as we're at the truck?
I mean, like you're in the middle of a like a populous city, right?
Right.
Who wants to steal a truck? Andrew Aaron.
I don't have the skills to steal a truck.
Well, we don't really need the skills to. We just want, do we want to steal it in the middle of the open? Is the question.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit hard. I think it'd be easier at night when there's like less people everywhere, but we're still running into the issue that we don't have a lot of options.
I say we do this the old-fashioned way, right? We tell BB to try to get in contact with the Vex ship. Meanwhile, we prepare a nuclear explosive.
You
Yes.
are an idiot.
I'm an idiot. That is totally a... You get in contact with the Vex ship to see if they have anything against us just blowing up the city, right? And then we blow up the city if they don't.
No,
Assuming
Vex
they
have
answer.
it's a
humans.
bad idea.
There's also the problem that we're still in the city. Getting off is hard enough. Our escape route is the fleet that's supposed to come help, fight us through, so...
Yeah, I say we just go and scout out the shipyard, try to find a weak defensive place in the wall, have the drone fly around a bit.
Yeah,
Like,
see
come
if
back
there's
for a
any,
truck later.
heaven...
You
We
just
just need to do scouting right now. I think that's more important.
hoof on,
Yeah.
chuck it on foot.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you make it to the shipyards eventually. It's probably been like 4 hours at this point.
Probably about 5 in the
Maybe.
afternoon then.
And yeah, we can basically sum this trip up into like a tactics roll if you want to see if you can find an area that's
Alrighty.
easier to
Trying to
breach
see.
than anything else.
What role
Who
did you
has
say?
tactics?
Tactics.
No, I don't think any of us have actually anything
I've
in
got a
tactics.
1. I've got a 1.
I don't.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, so I'm rolling it. What's it based on?
That is, I guess, I don't know what
Wisdom or int?
opinions.
Wisdom or
I mean-
Probably.
It doesn't really matter either way unless for some reason you base it off of strength, dex, or con, because I've got a 0 in all of the above. So.
Okay, then just roll.
Okay.
Wisdom or in.
Alrighty. Int it is. I'm not assisted. Man, the best rolls today. I
Okay.
am.
He had that 20 on something that
Yeah,
we didn't even
You
have.
found a spot that you reckon's gonna be like the easiest to breach.
That sounds assuring.
Oh, we don't know any better.
Yep.
Probably like up here maybe.
It's like there's security cameras everywhere.
It's just, yeah, it's the least secure, but it's also just covered in gun turrets.
We should probably head back, tell the others what we found. We also need to discuss if we're going to hit the shipyards with the reactor first.
Hmm. And whatever
So,
we're gonna do, it's gonna be at night time when there's least people there.
Yeah, but we are running out of time. We got this is the second day already?
Second day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're losing
It's the
time
start
on
of the second
day.
day.
Yeah, it's like
No,
the start.
it's about it's like late afternoon now.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I got confused.
Yeah, let's head back to the drug lab that we're hiding out in.
Okay. You probably arrive. It's probably been maybe. It's probably getting close to 6 hours at this point.
So what time would it be then?
It's probably been. So what? You arrived here at.
Well,
We
it's
left the
been
van around like 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's 9 when you left the van. It probably took you what? Another 2 hours?
It was 8
another
when we
hour.
left the van.
Hour and a half maybe to get to the. Probably an hour. You took like an hour to get to there, which would have been what 10. Probably half an hour of thinking about it's 10:30. 2 hours to get to the reactor. 4 by the time you've got to the shipyards. Another 2. I'll give you 2. So it's been 6 hours. I'll give you 6 hours
3
total.
to get back.
It took us an hour to travel 25 meters.
To
on
scale,
foot.
scale drawing.
I don't know if you know this, but this is a really small city. It's actually just a
was,
scale model of a much larger city on the other side
It
of
is
the
tiny.
planet.
It was
Yes.
8 when we left the van.
So it's probably like early afternoon then.
Yeah, it's probably early afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, while we're
so,
walking back from shipyards, I actually want to talk to Vincent about the drug, more like the criminals that we're kind of staying with right now.
Yeah, so
We want
role
to
play
come
out this.
Do
this
you
talk.
think they could maybe get us transport? Because they need a way to transport all of the stuff they're selling, right? So they must have some form of transportation we could maybe buy off of them.
They might, but they might not be very friendly with us after we acted hostile towards them.
I just sort of look over at both of you
I'm just
and I
saying we don't have a lot
go.
of ideas.
I look over at both
When
of
we
you
get
and I
back,
go.
We'll talk to them, but it's not going to be very likely they'll be willing to give us something for cheap. And sorry, what were you saying, Mustache? Hello? Anyone alive?
I'm here.
Mustache.
He's dead.
Sorry,
There you go.
dog. Unplugged headset again. I hate when she does that. Okay, now, as I was saying, I look over at both of you while we're just walking, and just in as much of a bullshit Hispanic accent as possible, because I've totally lost my accent. I say they're a bunch of filthy. They're just a bunch of filthy scumbags. They probably do have transport for their substances, but it's most likely just personalized transport. Shitty cars that they've found or stolen. We're probably not gonna have much luck with them.
Even if we did, they'd be like, they wouldn't be willing to give it to us after we treated them.
Exactly. They're
Just
not
an
exactly...
idea, seeing as how we can't seem to find any vehicles that can transport us around.
It's not even a case of not being able to find vehicles. Like there are plenty. It's just trying to find a vehicle in a situation where it can be stolen without somebody instantly calling the police.
Yeah, so I'm saying buying would be easier.
Or even renting.
Yeah, renting it or something. Is there
I
like
sort
a
of
U-Haul system here?
I sort of shrug and I go, in all reality, if we have to, we could just handle the situation with them and take whatever transport they may have. And in case you didn't notice it in my voice, I'm gonna also do quotation marks with my fingers.
Clearly, mustache.
Well, I'm still saying all of this in character.
Dear God.
So I step in front of Aaron and I go, quotation marks. Deal with the situation.
Vincent just face
quotation
bombs.
marks.
How did you become staff sergeant and I didn't?
Well, you
Isn't a
see,
sergeant a higher rank than a staff sergeant?
No, staff
It's
sergeant.
the other way around.
I do not know military ranks.
as I look at Vincent and I go, well, you see, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. And I just sort of wink at you.
Oh God. I
Of
really
course.
don't understand
For
you.
someone of my caliber, it was almost like destiny that I became the highest rank here. Aside from Elijah, of course, but
Yes.
in field,
That's-
anyways.
Clearly.
So yeah. Anyway, you guys. Up for that conversation. Exactly.
This entire time I'm just face palming.
You guys
Hey,
make
let's
it.
Just why he's walking, just hand like glued to his face, pretty much.
You guys eventually make it back to
Drug lab.
the drug lab.
Is Elijah awake?
Yeah, it's been 6 hours.
Well, I mean, Elijah could still be asleep, just chilling out.
I mean, yeah.
No, Mary is in her
No.
suit,
I
and
imagine.
she's literally like she's got a timer on her.
Just the second the 6 hour ends, just start shaking her violently. Wake up!
I imagine one of you will wake me up after 6 hours.
Cool, yeah. They wake you up.
When you get back, I ask Wisdom, is the car ready?
Problem with that, we found many vehicles, but none of them were in a position for us to acquire.
Right.
So I look at Zai and I go, don't worry, buddy. We'll get you some wheels.
Just attach bike wheels to them.
We have one. We have one. We just need one more.
Have you asked our host if he has a vehicle we could borrow or buy or
Playing
Have.
on that.
Liam, are we the only ones in the like makeshift sleeping quarters?
Yeah, the rest of
Is
the
it
people
a
outside
separate
make
section
it
or
work.
is it just like a little corner designated for sleeping?
It's like a room. It's set up.
Okay, so I close the doors and I go, yeah, me, Vincent, and well, really anyone that wanted to participate, we're going to discuss potentially acquiring transportation from these scumbags, but considering both the mutual hostile interaction between us, we will more than likely. I look over at Aaron and then I look back at Zai and I go, with like my fingers doing the quotation marks thing, I go, handle the situation with them,
you're gonna kill them?
more than likely.
I shrug. They're not
They're
innocents
criminals,
of...
and
I have a problem with unnecessary civilian casualty. These people are not exactly law-abiding citizens. And they sell a very toxic kind of drug.
they're more of a danger to this world than we are.
That is
Liam, did
not
we see any
true.
trucks outside?
Like trucks.
Do they have any of their own vehicles here?
There's none.
Yeah,
like
any
there was
vehicles
none. Because you guys just walked in the front, right? There was none there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so I go ahead and I open the door to the room again, and I turn back to everyone and I go, gonna quickly go look around.
We don't have our armor on. I'm just gonna remind you of that.
Yeah, I know.
Then put it on.
I'm just gonna grab my mag pistol, sort of stuff it into my pants, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go scout around the building, see if I can find any vehicles of theirs, and then I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
And then I walk off to go do exactly that, unless anyone stops me for whatever reason.
So yeah, as you leave, as you like go leave, you walk out. So you're, like walking out the front door
Yeah.
at the way you came. Yeah. So the guy you struck a bargain with says, like as you pass him, he says, "Time's up."
I just sort of shrug nonchalantly and I go, you received your payment and we're leaving, so I believe our business with each other is done. However, while I have your attention, just sort of like, grit my teeth a little bit, I go, you may want to refer to my companions in your makeshift sleeping quarters. They are potentially wanting to strike another deal with you.
Yeah. He kind of like turns to go past you and like says like under his breath, he's like, "What? You gonna fucking cheat me out of more money?"
If I just hear that, I wait until I'm definitely out of like earshot, and then I
Yeah.
go, probably, and then I just continue along with what I was doing.
Alright.
Maybe a bit.
Alright, cool. Yeah, you walk around the building. I'll tell you what you find in a sec. But yeah, so for the rest of you guys, this guy who you've been dealing with comes around the corner, or comes down.
Who's in the room?
Yeah, he walks in and he says, told you guys there's something to talk to me about?
Does anyone else step forward to say anything? If not, I do.
Okay.
I
I would
don't.
say we need a vehicle.
He smiles, he says, do you now?
Yes, we do.
And you can, actually pay fairly for this one, or more threats of violence?
Depends. What kind of vehicles can you give us?
Oh,
Offer us.
quick note: as soon as I go like outside the pawn shop, like step out, I just sort of like tap into my like earpiece, like turn it on, and I go, just delay him. Like any decisions you may make, just sort of prolong them. I'm gonna see what I can find out here.
Yep.
So yeah, sorry, what was the question you asked? What vehicles do you have access to?
Yeah, it's like, what vehicles can you offer us?
He kind of gestures around. He says, "You know who we are?"
What was it, sorry?
He says, he kind of gestures around and says, "Do you know who we are?"
Generic drug cartel?
He says, "We run things in this fucking town. You want a vehicle? We can get you a vehicle."
What's your name?
Was it, sir?
What's what's your cartel's name?
That's actually, I imagine Quack, you probably Vincent, you probably already figured this out, right? Like when you got all
Oh, what was it, sorry?
when you got all the information and stuff for this, you probably already got the name.
I probably did, but I can't think of one right now.
Okay, let me.
I don't know. Let's call them the Inquisition.
No, he says with a buck guitar outfit.
The what?
Buck guitar outfit.
Ah,
Those even words? Because all I heard was guitar outfit.
Yeah, buck guitar outfit.
Oh, okay.
I just imagine they have giant buckets. Never heard of you, sorry.
He smiles. He says, "That's the point."
Well, if you say you run this city, then people must have know of you. Yet, since we've never heard of you,
Only those who need to know. And you look like off-worlders, so you don't need to know.
where'd you get that impression from? Is the fact that we're in our uniform?
I feel like,
Something like
and
that.
I'm saying this out loud, not comms or anything. I feel like sarcasm is not the best of the negotiation tactics that we have there, Vincent.
That is grunt.
If you give me some time, I may find a way to possibly boost your drug output in return for a vehicle.
Do you say that?
Yeah, I say that to him.
Okay. He seems interested. He kind of gestures and says, "How do you plan on doing that?"
Give me a mask. Get me in your lab. I'll see what I can do. If I can't do it, then we'll go somewhere else. Or we'll figure something else out with you. But is it not worth a try?
He said, "Yeah." So he says, "Actually, you're probably gonna have to roll some sort of persuade. I think.
Yep.
Give that a shot.
Still charisma, yeah.
Yeah, it would be."
Submit.
Yeah, he turns. He says, "Yeah, worth a shot." And he
Mhm.
kind of like gestures you to go back outside into the thing and hands you a mask.
Was it my idea behind this? Is like, is that I make like a science skill check?
Yep.
And see if I can figure out any ways to make like it's essentially like making cocaine into crack cocaine.
Yep.
Kind of thing,
Actually,
like like making more of the same product but faster and more expedient, I guess.
Yep.
Well,
No.
I should do
Yeah, I
that.
can do
I
anything like
actually
that.
message her saying, if or we could find a way to make it explode. That always works too.
Are you saying
No.
that over comms or out
Yes,
loud?
comms.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's very appropriate. Considering I would have heard that outside, I assume, unless for some reason there's some kind of like interference.
No.
No, I'm just talking to everyone but you.
Floor. Well, I'm asking like, well, okay, are you actually or?
Sarcasm.
Okay, well, no, I'm just asking. Like, I don't know if Liam, for some reason, is like, yeah, the floor's made of lead.
No, it's not like a lead line. Like transmissions can get out. You're fine.
Okay, well then, when I hear that, I go, yeah, I could get behind that.
You're not an expert, are you?
No, I'm not an expert. There's anything else?
Do you have the science thing? God, what's
I mean,
Piano
no.
uses it all the time.
What is it?
The precognition thing.
What's magic? Oh.
Alternate outcome.
No, I don't have
Oh,
that yet.
yeah.
I don't, wait, I don't think I do. Precog. I'm level 3 in precog.
Yeah, alternate outcome. You can fail a roll and then
And try again.
You get a brief vision of the entire lab exploding. Let's try that again.
Yeah, you've got.
Oh yeah, I
Alternate
do, yeah.
outcomes.
So I can go again, kinda.
Yep.
I guess. How many skill points is a level? Side points is level 3 again? 5. Yeah, I'll spend that to do that.
Okay.
Go again then. Hopefully it's not a 1. What am I? And submit, please, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, nice.
Okay.
Pass.
So you have a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
You reckon you figured out both a way of making it more, like
Potent.
expedient and better, and you reckon you've found a way to make it like more volatile, so that when this particular batch gets mixed with that particular chemical, it will just explode. If anybody else in the room like has the same sort of level of like chemistry as you,
Yeah.
they might be able to figure out what you're doing by like what you're adding and
No, I'm just gonna give him the actual one to make
Okay.
it faster.
Yeah, so you can do that.
Yep, I'll do that. Give that to him.
So yeah, so he says like just wait. He asks you to wait a bit while he gets one of his own like people to
Yeah.
check over it. And the guy like nods like and he turns to him and says like, don't know why we didn't think of this. It's fucking simple. It's right here. And then yeah, so yeah, he'll give you a vehicle for that.
Mm-hmm.
Seems happy.
Like a van.
Thank you. You've
This gives you a bicycle.
I owe you a success.
you do, yes. Yep. But yeah, no, he's happy and he'll give you a truck.
Yep.
Yeah, truck.
Right,
Put
so
someone
then
probably
we,
wants to
we
tell
move out.
Andrew that.
Yep. I imagine you calms him and tell him that you've got a vehicle.
So we just made drug dealers even more powerful. Yeah.
Because I would still like to know, while I was like looking around, what did I find?
Yeah, like you came across like a couple of different like storerooms and stuff. There was like a guard in front of one who kind of like turned you back unless she forced the issue. But yeah, you didn't find any like vehicles sitting around the compound. A small little couple of
Well
buildings.
then, alright.
Apart
well
from like,
then,
a couple of like
when I-
small shitty like personal vehicles.
When I hear that, I just go ahead back inside and I start slipping this or power suit, whatever, assault armor.
Sure.
Yeah, I have no issues making these guys more powerful with their drugs. Really,
Doesn't
Well,
We're
affect
gonna
us.
blow them up.
they're not my government's people.
And it might actually help us in the long run.
And my major plan of this reactor anyway that I will always stick by is just to blow up the reactor anyway. So I don't give a fuck about the people.
Yeah, just accidentally send a missile to this area.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, we get in the back of the truck. I put my armor back on while we're in the truck.
Alright, so where are you going with your new truck?
Probably should have thought about that.
It's about what is it? Something like 4, 5 o'clock, isn't it? Something like that.
Probably about 5 o'clock, 5:30 maybe. PM.
Reactor.
I don't know
Well,
why,
that
but
depends.
My gear list is glitched out. It just checks everything, even if I don't have everything like actually ready. Weird.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine this is like a conversation. Like you guys, you get the truck, he leaves. Like he leaves to go sort out like the truck and get it organized for you. And then yeah, I imagine this is like a conversation you guys are having.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
what did you
I'm
guys
having
find
the
out in the
conversation from a
scouting mission?
distance, and
From a distance.
well, it's because I'm in the.
I know.
But
That's
yes.
just being stupid.
I know.
So yeah, what do you guys?
What did you learn from the scouting trip?
Reactor-
We just relayed the information that we found out that the reactor has a small security force, but it's like the closer you get to the reactor, the more there's more security closer to it. The outer fence is probably like got 4 or 5 guys on it most times. We
Inside is
also
the most
found
guaranteed to have a security.
We also found a weak what we believe to be a weak area in the fence of the shipyard that might be able to use us to get in.
And slash wall slash wherever the hell it is. It's apparently significant. So what was it like to clarify?
What was it?
The
Sorry.
shipyard thing. What was it like? Was it like a big fence or a big wall or what's it?
It was like it was a wall, like built up wall.
Right, so Mary could cut through that.
Yeah, with a heavy
Yeah,
cutter,
heavy cutter.
absolutely.
If we go to the shipyard first, destroy the ships.
You're
steal a
forgetting that security will not be distracted if we go to the shipyard first.
That's true. How do we get into the? Do we want to get into the reactor detected or undetected? Does it matter?
I think even if we get detected while we're there, it won't really matter because if we set to overload, there's not much they can do. they would have to evacuate the city either way, the area either way.
Problem with overloading it is we're in the radius, and again, civilian
Once again,
casualties.
we can slow meltdown even if we do. I've got quite a lot of tech, so I'll probably know, and science, so I'll probably know quite a bit about this. But just
And
my actual knowledge is that
reactors don't
you can-
explode instantly. They take a long time to melt down.
you can also just slow melt down a nuclear reactor, or partially melt down reactors as well to disable
Think
them.
Fukushima.
You can take out a temperature valve, which will slowly increase the temperature. You can even you can do that and then send out an alert. Just destroy the interface technology to the reactor itself, so there's no easy fix for it.
Like, think Fukushima. It was melting down, but it wasn't doing it at an extraordinary rate. It was going slowly.
Well,
I mean, if you can get me into the computer system, I can probably do that remotely.
Yes, but breaking stuff is even better, so they can't fix it.
yeah,
as
actually,
fast.
I would rather
What
do
I'm
it.
saying is I could probably overload entire computer system. So we could just go in
Easy,
manually.
Easy just to break the computer system and do the actual meltdown manually.
That works too.
Now, we have to decide how we're going to do this. Are we going to go all as one unit to each of these locations, or are we going to try to utilize the slow meltdown to the best of our opportunity, and
I would say we stick
send
together.
two
It's probably
groups.
the best way to achieve stuff.
But the only problem with the partial meltdown is that eventually the reactor will be fixed.
Yes, but we'll be gone by then. It'll
Yes,
take
but
more than a day to
hopefully.
fix.
Hopefully.
Mm. Then we
If
got to
they
figure out how
fix
to
it, then they're
disable the
gonna be able
spaceport.
to-
Though, that's the problem.
What was that, sorry?
Then we got then we got to figure out how to disable the spaceport. That's the problem.
One problem at a time.
If they do repair the reactor, then
It'll take
They
more than a
will-
day to do that.
but they will be able to eventually get up and running.
It will take a while as a thing. Reactors take a long time to fix.
So like, my idea is that we do a manual slow meltdown by disabling a temperature valve. You can also do a computer's can also basically send out a fake report to make the actual cause different, so they investigate something else while before they actually catch on to what it actually is. So that buys us even more time.
Would you need to be in there to be able to tell how long the slow meltdown would take to explode?
It depends on what I can do. And you can probably calculate that on the computers itself.
From
You gotta remember, most reactors will have the computer system will be able to create scenarios of what happens to the reactors.
how big? I don't have a lot of experience with nuclear.
It's not an
Energies.
explosion, it's just a steady increase of radiation.
Okay, so we're poisoning the area.
We're wearing
Basically.
assault suits, we're immune.
We're not immune to
That's
that.
not my concern.
No, we're not immune to high levels of radiation. Massive high levels will take something. To do what I plan, how dangerous is that to me? Do something manual with the assault suit.
So if you for example bust the temperature valve and that slowly overheats the reactor and so on
Yeah.
and so forth, that's not that bad because you're not getting any radiation straight away.
Yeah.
If you actually went in and did something to cause radiation to start leaking straight away,
Yeah.
if you got out pretty quickly, you're probably okay because although the
Because they're all cemented, aren't they? At least you can at least go into the core itself without being instantly fried.
yeah.
I have explosives that we might be able to use to crack something.
And
We
mostly, I
may
want to
want to
actually
save those for the shipyard.
wanna
though, because
add-
we're totally
I
unsure
want to
for
be able
when
to
we leave.
use. My plan is to use the toolkit to try and do a manual thing without actually doing something without exploding something. Cause I'd rather use an explosive as a last ditch thing
If we
I
use a
could do
toolkit,
something
they can
else.
easily fix it. Is a problem.
to the actual.
You need to break stuff instead of taking it apart.
That's why we have Zai create a false report.
And I can,
Also, I
if,
can-
if all else fails, I can just use telekinetics to rip stuff apart.
Do you also remember that I've got my binder satchels? I can fuck shit up that way.
Yeah. anything we do, we can easily fuck shit up. Is the thing.
I
I
can even
do
use
it
my
in
binder
certain
satchel to
ways.
stuff. I
do
could
we
use
leave,
my binder satchel to put it inside one of the valves. It'll just clog the temperature valve.
Do we leave during the day or the night?
Do anything during the night, it's more likely that, well, less. It's more likely we won't be detected then.
So, what's the time? Like,
There is
12?
the potential,
5.
though, that if we
5.
do it at
5
night,
PM,
they'll
yeah.
have higher security.
What was that, sir?
There is the potential, though, that if we do it at night, they may have higher security protocols at night to prevent situations like this.
I mean, we can take them out if necessary, and if it's electronic things, I can disable them relatively easy. This planet doesn't seem to have very advanced security protocols in
It's the
place.
same password for 2 doors.
I shake my head, like, really disappointedly.
1, 2, 3, ABC. Just across all the passwords.
Every single password on the planet.
Exactly.
And it doesn't...
Just any
as a-
government passwords.
It was established, it doesn't matter if we're detected anymore. The only reason we won't be able to detect it before is because we needed the virus to be secret.
From this point forward, I don't think it matters if we get detected or not.
I'd rather us be not.
I agree.
Not being detected will make it easier for us. We don't have to keep moving or keep going into fights.
The second we
Elijah,
break something either in the reactor or the shipyard, we will be detected either way.
Elijah, I have
That
a
is true.
question about the slow meltdown. Won't that...
Mhm.
Isn't the point of tampering with the reactor to cause a distraction? Won't this... Us making it secretive and so they don't know about it, won't that...
No,
Isn't
they'll
that...
know about it.
They will know about it? So I'm
Yeah.
not hiding the...
You are. You're hiding the initial cause. They'll
So-
investigate something different. A slow meltdown can take anywhere between like a day and 2 days for it to actually melt down.
I mean,
And what I'm prescribing is an actual partial meltdown, not an explosion. It'll only destroy part of the reactor if it done right.
this won't destroy the city?
Nah, it shouldn't.
Reactionable.
It should be a partial meltdown, not an entire thing. You also got to remember that most reactors have a built-in safety function where they shut themselves off as well.
We're gonna have to
I
disable
thought we
the
wanted to
fail-safes
disable
somehow.
the reactor permanently. That was a secondary
Then,
goal.
if we want to do that, then we've got to destroy the reactor.
Just reenact Chernobyl and breach the core.
How
That
dangerous
was
is
fast. Very, very. Snowball's fast.
I can set an explosive and teleport out. It's not that hard.
You can't teleport too far though, can you?
I have level 3 teleportation, which is like
Which is-
80 meters, which is enough to get out. Actually, level 4 teleportation, which is still 80 meters.
If we blow up the reactor, then we actually do blow up the city,
that?
or at least part of it. If we want to do a permanent destruction of the reactor, we've got to destroy the reactor, which means an explosion or a full meltdown.
Liam, was the reactor ever part of our goal, or was that just something we came up with on our own?
It's like we came up with.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the reactor isn't a secondary
Yeah,
goal. That was
so
a distraction.
the reactor was as far as I remember, it was you guys thinking up a plan to get like guards out of the shipyards, maybe, or something, like cause a
Yeah.
distraction.
Well,
We're
if we
doing it to
disable the
try to
reactor,
disable as much security or distract security from the shipyard as much as possible.
Well, the reactor powers the city, so that was like, if we disable the reactor, the shipyard
Exactly.
should be on
That's what I
backup
mean. That's
power.
why a partial
Exactly,
meltdown will
yeah.
do. It'll only shut
And
off
the
the city for
partial-
so long.
Okay, I head out then as soon
And
as it.
Just so you're also aware, there
I'm
was
compromising for you guys here.
there was another secondary objective, which was to obtain the ship plans.
Yeah.
I'll be at the shipyard
What
for
did
sure.
what did
Yeah.
Elijah say? Sorry, I didn't hear.
I was just saying, I'm compromising with you guys here. You don't want civilian casualties, I don't give a fuck, but I'll compromise.
I don't care about civilian casualties at this point either. We can minimize it, but we can't stop them entirely.
Thank you, Elijah. I appreciate that.
For now. Don't thank me yet until I do it.
Well, it's the thought that counts. I
Hmm.
guess.
You mustache, you know you can actually write using a writing tool.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I'm why do it
So
by hand.
we hit out at like what, midnight?
Just delete that and now. Just
I'm-
do
I'm-
it all.
We just drive around in the truck all day
Yeah.
for the rest of the
They,
night.
Well, we need an exit strategy from the reactor, so that's a thing we need to do.
Run fast, run
I
hard.
think can't. Vincent, you can teleport at least one extra person out, can't you?
I may be able to. I'll just have to check.
Pretty
my
sure
thing
you
quickly.
can. Level
I'm
3.
fairly sure I can. Yeah, actually, it's level. Well, it's level 4, I think. Yeah. Yeah,
Do you
I'm
have level 3 memorized?
Yeah, you can do like at level 4. It's like 40,
I have level
40
4 and
additional
up to
kilos.
level 3 mastered.
Yeah, it's like 40 kilograms. All living components.
Yeah.
We weigh more than that.
So I can't teleport you. I can teleport equipment, but not you.
I don't weigh that much.
You weigh more
You
than 40
weigh more.
kilograms.
Do I?
Yes.
I might
Yeah.
not.
It's really hard not to.
No, I legitimately might not though.
I don't understand how you weigh so little when you're basically metal as well.
Basically, Iron Man, if Iron Man was stuck in his suit.
40 kilograms
At
is
all
88
times.
pounds. So whatever that is.
No, I do weigh more. Yeah, I weigh more than.
Yeah.
I don't know pounds. Pounds are ridiculous.
I use stone, so.
Oh, that's even worse.
I'm Australian. I use the actual measurement, which is kilos, because it makes sense.
Stone's easier.
We just do number 4 first.
I don't understand stone.
I've already done number 4.
Yeah, we've done number 4.
Can I have?
Dude, no, everyone
Yeah, I
just
got
done
1
number
XP
4.
for it, man.
Everyone, to
What did
Subway.
you want? Just like a scene of us all sitting around a small table eating Subway.
It's just like a montage scene. It just
Me eating my
goes.
liquidized.
I think this is a really good time to tell you that we're actually sponsored.
Yeah, we're
God, I
sponsored by
wish
Subway.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, no, yeah, love the deal.
So does everyone agree with my plan then?
Yeah, I
I-
do.
It's better than the. It's
Half
better
a
than the
Meltdown's
other
good plan.
version. This will please the captain as well.
Yes, the captain.
The
Yeah,
captain
that
is
was-
not Golem Mustache.
How is that Gollum?
So, are we just skipping forward to 12 and when we're sneaking in?
I was gonna say, how long away are we before the fleet arrive again as well?
2 days.
Yeah, so you've got one more day after this day.
28 hours.
Probably
is it-
something around that. If you're waiting
Okay.
till midnight to go, you probably have 24 hours left.
I just
can
imagine
I
the 24 countdown clock starts.
Can I contact BB?
Yeah, you can contact me at any time.
BB, how do you know how long away the fleet is?
So he gives you a rundown. He says, the fleet's jumped, however many hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need a. I don't need the number. I want to set like a clock on my visor.
Yep, no, he
Like,
says
just a
they
countdown.
they should be in system in 29 hours.
Okay, I just set a countdown for 29 hours on my clock. On my my heads up display.
I just imagine it's the 24's countdown clock.
No, it's it's analog clock. It's just an
Um,
analog watch.
Over comms to BB. While we have your attention, additionally, has the Vex ship, was it Vex, I think?
It was Vex.
Has the Vex ship made any attempts at communication that you've been able to detect?
It's been
Um,
talking. The planetary government and the Cabral, the Vex, well, Cabral, that's the news fuck. The Vex ship in orbit they've been talking. What about? I don't know. Their communications are far too encrypted even for me, and that's saying something. You understand?
You are clearly amazing.
Me and him are the same level, right?
Runabout.
Okay.
Apart from he's got an 18 in intellect.
Well, he's smarter than me, but with our
Significantly.
computer skill, we're around the same level.
Yeah, you have to re-roll the computers he didn't.
Well, that's
Bitch.
because I failed the roll.
That's what I mean.
That
Yeah,
hurts.
exactly.
Oh, that
Okay.
hurts.
So, and if you haven't already, I highly suggest sending out some sort of message for the fleet when they arrive to warn them of the Vex ship.
They're informed. I sent a message before
So-
they.
Okay.
The protocol of the new control system of the AAs would target the Vex as well, right? Because it's just protecting the UNN.
Yeah, you've basically turned it so it will not fire on UNN. Oh no, actually
Okay,
no,
cool.
sorry. You've turned it so it will fire on Cabral ships. It will not fire on the Vex ship.
Canal.
Canal.
It won't
Yeah.
fire. It won't fire on.
Well,
Vex?
the way you didn't want it to
Hostile,
fire on
isn't it?
civilians either, right?
He reversed the IFF.
No, what I would have done would have just been so it protects, or it doesn't fire. It fires on. I would have designated like basically don't fire on the city.
Okay.
Fire on any airborne ships that aren't.
It's an AA gun. It can't
UNN.
fire down.
Well, it
Yeah.
could fire up.
That's fine then. Yeah, it will. That will also mean if there's any civilian ships, it'll target them too. But
Yeah.
hey, that's
I
what you
just
said.
realized something we could have done. We could have made it shot the shipyard.
Yeah, I purposely didn't do that because there was a risk that it would. That's a civilian center, so I did. That's why.
Debatable.
Military.
Highly debatable. There's primarily military forces there.
My only issue with doing the reactor issue tonight is that we'll basically have like 27 hours where we have to do nothing until the reactor, like until the shipyard.
Yeah, we should probably wait a bit.
Do we?
My idea was that rather than do it tonight, we do groups, split the group into 2 threes. We have 2 people or 3 people watch the reactor, see when the change of shift is, because that's when they're most in disarray. And then have either other 3 people look at the. We need to look at the shipyards before we get there. We need to figure out something of how to destroy it. Can't just go reactor straight to the shipyards. Basically, I'd rather figure out what we're going to do with the shipyards. Destroy a reactor, go straight to shipyards.
I suggest we split.
Because that's when they'll be most in disarray. Rather, if we do it now, then in like 12 hours they can have any backup generators that they have already up on the shipyard.
I nod. Will
It'd
we
be better
do
to do it in succession, basically.
But we will do the final strike as a unit.
Yes.
That
I'm saying like
seems
just as like
logical.
yeah.
The issue with
I'm saying, like,
The issue with the final strike is that, assuming that we don't destroy the reactor entirely
it goes right.
in order to do this,
yeah.
we potentially won't have that big of a window, assuming they know what they're doing, obviously.
Then we execute.
What I suggest is, yet again, split up into 3 groups. We have the group setting off the meltdown, and then we have a initial assault group. The initial assault group will move in through the weakened point on the wall that we detected earlier, and as much as possible, try not to be identified, considering that there are presumably dozens of functional ships, and
The only person
God
who
knows how much
be
security.
identified is Zai.
Then, if we do split it up into 2 groups on the actual strike, I would request to go to the shipyard because I can't imagine, unless any of you think you are able to hack into the ship's mainframe and download the necessary data, then I wouldn't be able to go to the be with you at the reactor when doing the thing and hiding the signal. Though I don't know.
We're not splitting up on the actual strike. Well, the way I see this is that we go 6 people to reactor, disable reactor, 6 people to shipyard, fleet arrives as we're disabling. After we disable the shipyard, we need to time that right.
That's gonna be hard timing.
We probably have like a few hours after the ships arrive before we're stranded.
Yeah.
Well, the
Because
problem
they just arrive in system in 29 hours. They don't get to the planet.
the ships in the shipyard need to be disabled before our fleet arrives, because they've got warships that are presumably functionable.
Yes.
So I suggest
The problem with splitting is we only got 1 vehicle. We cannot all leave at the
We
same
can't split.
time.
We don't split. We don't split for the actual assault.
No
It's
split.
just done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
We can
I
split for recon.
Suggest on the actual mission we go in with 12 hours to spare.
Yes.
So we head out on the strike mission in 18. No,
So in the morning for
In
5 o'clock.
in 17 hours.
Hmm?
It's 5 p.m. right now, so in 17 hours we head out. To do, like, we go and execute the plan.
Works for me.
What's 17 hours from 5 p.m.?
It's like 10.
Yeah, that's about. Yeah, about 10
It'll
in the morning.
be 12
It's
o'clock.
10.
Yeah.
AM or PM?
It's currently PM.
So it will be 12 in the morning or 12 at night?
12 in the morning,
Oh.
like noon.
12 in the morning, 12 p.m.
It'll
Noon.
be
Will
noon.
Will that be a problem?
Probably not really.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Then let's go on and do some recon.
We need to go to the shipyard, really.
Before, like, we could probably end here because, like, I've got other stuff
Yeah.
I need to do before we actually do it. We can do the attack
Right.
next week.
Yeah. Seems like a good point.
Yeah, it seems like a good point to end just before we attack.
A lot of learning.
That's what I was thinking. We've hit about time.
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
I might
it's
send you a message
insane.
on Skype, Liam. I forgot to send that at the start of the
okay.
session.
That's fine.
I think I did one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Middle one.
Yeah, I've had that I've had that since the last session, I think.
Yeah, no, you've accomplished that.
Yeah.
So everybody, send me a list of goals you think you've accomplished.
I
Just
haven't done any of them, don't
just
worry.
send the individual goal that you accomplished, or you think you accomplished.
There's no way I'm going to be done with anything.
Yeah.
I might get one next session.
Same, but it's going to be tough still.
One of my goals is to destroy something, so
You might get it.
How
Yeah,
much XP
my
do I
goal
get?
is to just get through this mission without everyone dying. Like,
yeah,
as far as
that's-
us, anyways.
So yeah,
And obviously, I have my, get a triple kill with one shot. But I only see that happening in a vacuum.
Oh.
Or morbid, for some reason.
Still like 10k away from leveling.
what was that?
Still like 10k away from leveling.
I think I got one. It's an ongoing one. Almost all of mine are like ongoing ones. I did some work this session. Did at least 3 things to help us.
Note to self: next session, blow shit up.
Hold on.
I did the distraction, the thermal flare for cops.
Yep.
And the getting the vehicle, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you all.
All right.
Sadly,
many
none of you needed protection.
How many ships are there that we need to disable?
It was the 3 or 4.
Yeah, there's 3. There's floating above there. Or there was
There are
one
3,
that
like,
was like
strike
in the
ship,
actual
or-
shipyards. There was 2 that were.
Half working. Yep, and that sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head off at that. As per, if you guys need me, just drop me a message in Skype.
Will do. We'll try not to kill each other too much.
Peace, guys.
I sent you a new goal.
Cool. No
That's
worries, man.
replacing the other one.